Welcome back. We are here. We are going to do a schnauzer here in just a few minutes. First, while people trickle in, I did my golden. I was just going to go through the team real quick. We got we got Anthony here in the chat. We got Thad. We got Hartman. Thank you for stopping by. So my golden, it's got three. I got three stacks all with bringbacks with some good ADPs here. I got Bo Nix at 108. I got Sam Darnold at 204. I tacked that on at the end. But we got Bo Nix, Trevor Lawrence, Sam Darnold. And then we got old RJ Harvey, Kamara, Caleb Johnson, 10 pick discount, Spears, Jarquez, Shipley. Went six running backs since I didn't get one till Harvey. I don't love Caleb Johnson as a pick, but I'll take him there every time. Wide receiver core is dominant. I got a double stack Carolina, but I have the bring back with MVS and Darnold. We have Brian Thomas Jr., Bretton Strange stacked up with Trevor Lawrence and Josh Downs. We have Xavier Worthy bring back with the Evan Ingram, RJ Harvey, Bo Nix, and we have Josh Downs as a bring back. We got Nico Collins alone. Like I really like this. I really like this team. For a golden, like I went ahead, I got a bunch of my guys. It feels really good. So I'm pretty happy with it. Anyway, we have some people in here now. We have 11. So I will go ahead and enter the Schnauzer 2. We will do a 20-second Schnauzer 2, and I will enter in 10 seconds. I'm like clicking him every time right now. I feel like he's just one of the better picks on the board. And like it I've been having a lot of teams where I get boxed out at wide receiver earlier when I'm on the left side of the board. So I'm having to catch up, and Thielen feels incredibly safe. And like on any team, like if Thielen's my sixth receiver on one that I took five receivers by the seventh round, I'm fine stopping at just six, like if I have to. So like I just think he's an incredible pick right now. And thank you for showing up as well, Steve. Yeah, 24.4. Uh, but yeah, I can't stop clicking him right now. On top of that, like he is my preferred stack with Bryce Young. So if I get boxed out at quarterback, I I'll take Leggett if he's there a lot of the time, and I have Bryce Young, but I generally take Bryce Young about the point that uh, Leggett goes, and then come back around to get Thielen. And if Leggett's still there, I'll usually take him just to vary my odds a little bit. But I definitely prefer Leggett. Look at this. I get the 101. Steve, I stole your thunder. I can't talk anymore. Steve's at the back end. I got the 101. Thad has the 3 spot. We got Green Bean at the 9 and Steve in the 11. I've been in drafts all day, and I did a eliminator earlier, and Herzig was in it, and Herzig went hero running back, and like the entire room followed that, and running backs actually fell, and it looked more like a BBM draft, and I drafted it like a like an eliminator. So I stopped at 4 running backs because my fourth was Tony Pollard in round 7. And my number, and I took Brock Bowers because I got him at 23. So I started with Saquon, Brock Bowers, and then I got Rashee Rice. Well, coming back around, Mixon was still there. So in Eliminator, that's a really good spot for him. I took Mixon, and then the guy in the one hole who already had two receivers went two more receivers. I expected one of them to come back, but since neither one of them came back, I took Alvin Kamara. And then everybody continued to not take running back. So, like, all the wide receivers dried up again on the way back. So, my number 3 receiver in that was Michael Pittman, but I ended up going 9 receivers, 4 running backs. We'll see how it does. Thank you, Fantasy Dog and Fantasy Football Garage. Thanks for stopping in. Doing my Thielen shares now should be the highest. Yeah, I really like him. I know Steve's a little bit more bullish on him than I am, but I think he's a fantastic pick. Like, if nothing else, like, the worst case scenario is he gets replaced by like week 8 or 9 or something like that. But Bryce Young trusts him. Like, and that's the only guy on that team Bryce Young trusts from last year. There are pretty positive reports right now for Jatavian Sanders, and also very glowing reports for Teteroa McMillan. But neither one of those should worry anybody who has a bunch of Thielen. It would be if Xavier Legette or Jalen Coker start getting like incredibly positive things. So I think he's pretty safe to continue to have a role and a big role at that. Got Green Bean, Genty Henry. That's a very, very solid start. And I need to start mixing in a little bit more Derrick Henry. Like I have 1%, 1.5, I think. My goal was to make sure I got plenty of Lad McConkey and Drake London and Devon Achane. And I have enough of those guys now that I can start mixing in Derrick Henry. Some like, I definitely want a Henry team with Puka and Nico and Neighbors. So I'll start filtering in and doing stuff like that just throughout the entire portfolio, not necessarily in a specific tournament. Since I'm not planning on maxing BBM, I don't really see a purpose in like having all the exposures separate for the tournaments. We're going to try. That is aggressive, sir. Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and lock up Higgins and Bucky Irving here. I'll tempt fate. We will see where Chase Brown goes. I will not take Joe Burrow here at the 4-5 turn. If somebody else wants him, somebody else can have him. I will always push Burrow to the 6-7, especially in a non-eliminator style tournament. So I'm not going to be upset if somebody takes him. I don't expect to get him, but I want my shares to be those shares. And I've only got 1.3% Joe Burrow because I refuse to take him at the 4-5 turn. You are definitely aggressive. I'm expecting you to start. So here's a little thing on Adam Thielen. Like, go to DraftKings. Adam Thielen's picked at 140. You go to Eliminator. Adam Thielen's picked at 140. You go to Drafters. He's picked around 140. In all of these contests, he's picked at 163. Like, it's just a massive difference. It's something that, like, it's guaranteed that, like, in my opinion, it's pretty guaranteed that if all 3 other sources have him at this, then the one that is different is probably the one that is wrong. So that's why I have no problem taking him. Like, I just put him at 150, which is halfway in between the two. and I just take him when he's at the top. But like that's just what I've been doing. I would recommend for the rest of you to do that in rooms you're not in with me. Let me get them in my rooms, please. That would be awesome. But yeah, like if you just go around and look at all the other ADPs at where Adam Thielen is, and it's like 143 to 146 on the other sites. Yes, it is different on drafters and DraftKings being full PPR. And yes, the early season matters more. So it does make sense that he's a little bit higher, but 20 extra spots is pretty ridiculous. Like it feels wrong to me. And I think in marathon, Thielen's price is also quite a bit higher. And because you know he's going to produce for part of the season. And his price at 163 is already being like it's already been pushed down for Ted. So like all you have to worry about is that Jalen Coker or Xavier Legette takes that second year elite. Well, he's already bodied those two guys, right? So I don't see why Thielen isn't ahead of Legette. He got in front of Legette and then it flipped again, right? So we'll see. Well, Chase Brown goes to this drafter. I have zero issue trying to push Burrow. Like I think if this drafter takes I like your 30.9, not surprising. Like but yeah, like this drafter probably can't afford to take Joe Burrow and still have a really solid team. So yeah, I will definitely tempt that. I have two options here. We will just do this. All righty. We got our stack. We got Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith with double Cincinnati and Bucky Irving. I like this start. I was either going to go like if too much JV, if he would have taken Smith or Hurts, I would have passed the other one, and I would have taken Kittle and DK, or even Kittle and Sutton. But because he gave me the stack, I went ahead and took the stack. The Jalen Hurts price to me is also mispriced. So I love your teams when you elite quarterback. Do you? I don't do elite quarterback as much as I should. Although whenever I did the 13 German Shepherds at once, I ended up with, I think it was 4 Lamar teams and 3 Jaden Daniels teams and 2 Jalen Hurts teams. And the reason I did that is because it just made it easier to draft, right? Like, since I was drafting so many, like not having to look for, like, I was like, well, I'm going to do this many, not having to force stacks, like, feels a little better, and not having to look for them while I have 3 teams on the clock, like, made sense. So I went ahead and took the elite quarterbacks, and I want to be higher exposed on the elites as well. So I went ahead and used that to actually get my exposure up. Okay, nice. Yeah, PPR Tyler's stole my time slot, but I'm pretty sure he's just doing that to watch the finals games. But he's been live at this time the last couple days. It's all good. Like, I do this because I enjoy it. And now, like, he's just, anybody's able to stream anytime they want. Like, I'm not digging at anything. Elite quarterbacks are the biggest bargain on underdog board. They're very good. It's a very big bargain, like, for sure. Yeah, so I have an idea, and I'll go ahead and put it out there. And apparently, hopefully, I'm still streaming. My YouTube is lagging quite a bit, so type in chat if there's issues or not on your end. But I have an idea that I want to do from the 12 hole, and I had it, and it was all set up, and somebody like completely bungled it, I think on purpose. So the idea is to go like you're giving up a little bit, but it's something that I wanted to try to do once or twice, and anybody here is welcome to do it. But that is to go Nico Collins at the 12 and then pull up Justin Herbert because Herbert never makes it back. And then you got that game stack. And then at the other end, you get C.J. Stroud and Ladd McConkey, right? So you get all the studs in that game. And half the time, Hampton will even make it all the way back to you. So you could like fully game stack that game. Well, I did that, and I passed Justin Jefferson and took Nico Collins to the guy. And he or I guess he took Jefferson, and it came to his pick, and he took C.J. Stroud instead of J.J. McCarthy. Well, then I was like, well, I just need a quarterback, and it was a tier break because Jordan Love got pulled up. They were the last two of that tier, and then it went to like the Bryce Young tier. Well, all right, look at this. We get the double stack Joe Burrow and the single stack Jalen Hurts with a Bucky Irving start. I like this. Yeah, I don't have them ranked up there. That way I don't click them every time. Wait a minute. Okay. Yeah, that's right. I actually forgot I had – that's my ranking on Matthew Golden, by the way. I have him around the above the rest. I would have taken him anyway, but I actually timed out on that. I was just excited to get Joe Burrow. I was like, we're done here. Yeah, absolutely. Like it is absolutely tough to deny that value. But yeah, I am super happy with this start. We got Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Bucky Irving, Devontae Smith, Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow, Matthew Golden. So, Steve, let me know. What do you think about that Nico Collins lad? Like, I understand you're giving up some value, but it makes a lot of sense. So the guy took J.J. McCarthy on me, or when I took J.J. McCarthy, he actually panicked because there was no other quarterbacks left, and he could have had his stack. He actually pulled up Aaron Rodgers to pick 39. So I feel like, and then the rest of the draft, all he did was take people who would stack with my guys. So I think I won. Like, and my team's still fine. Like, I still have, because he took, I still got Ladd. I still got Omari and Hampton. He was taking all the Vikings to like just show me that I couldn't get a stack with them. That's fine. But to do that, he actually passed me Daniel Jones at 85 to take Hawkinson from me. So like he was probably just trying to get Hawkinson and then come around and get Daniel Jones. I just took the fourth quarterback. So I'm pretty sure that guy was not happy. I could show you the draft board here in a little bit. It was pretty hilarious. Yeah. Yeah, this feels pretty strong. I need a running back to make it back to me. But Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Devontae Smith, Matthew Golden. I could take a wide receiver here. I don't feel the need to do anything though, honestly. The only problem is I won't really have a good stacking partner for the Cincinnati game, but I'm okay with that. Like I am absolutely okay with that. I probably should have taken a running back where I took Golden, but I really like Golden. Like, do I'm kind of getting into Scatabo or into Jalen Warren a little bit. So this is the range I would be willing to click Cooper Kupp if Higgins was off the board. Do I want to pull him up? And go more 0 RB. I think I'll go ahead and go Jalen Warren there, just to get a little bit better of a base. There are some wide receivers I'll like coming back around, but Keon Coleman being the bring back made some sense. But Bucky and Cam, like I do feel like when it comes back to me, I'll like the wide receivers a little better than the running backs. So, I mean, maybe it depends on like if Ramondre or Najee was there. I have been hearing that the Seahawks are looking at JSN to play outside a little bit more. I don't think that would be a smart move for them, like to move their best player away from his best role. But that would mean that Cooper Kupp is a fine click if that is true. I've just heard some rumblings. I haven't seen anything concrete on that. I'm not sure if anybody has, but like that's what I but yeah, I am starting to warm up a little bit to being able to click Kupp. I don't like it. Hey, if you're just popping in, please smash that like for me. I would massively appreciate it. Let's look and see what people are doing here. Thad here in the 3-hole. Saquon Barkley, Tyreek Hill, Mike Evans, Jalen Waddle, Joe Mixon, James Conner. You got the Week 17 game stack with Hill, Baker, and Evans. I like it. I like it quite a bit. And you picked up Igbuka, Trey Harris. That's a really nice team. I really like that for sure. There is talk about the Dolphins wanting to throw the ball quicker this year. So, which is crazy because that's all they done last year is throw it quicker. And that's one reason I've been kind of in on Jonnu Smith. Like I think I have like 11% Jonnu because if they do the quick game again, it's going to be Achane and Jonnu that's successful more than it is going to be Waddle and Tyreek. But that's more of I think it's an offensive line thing. If their offensive line improves at all, I think that they will definitely end up passing the ball deep quite a bit more. So we got Green Bean here, Genty, Derrick Henry, Tet McMillan, DJ Moore, no worries. Chris Godwin, Jaden Reed, Khalil Shakir, 81. That's a fine place to take him. Like he's always gone before this area whenever I'm drafting. That's why I don't have much of him. You got the Bo Nix stack, Evan Ingram, and Tyrone Tracy. I mean, you don't have to like take everything I say and like as gospel. I will be wrong on things. So yeah, we can go Marvin Mims, Hollywood Brown, Jack Besh. We're gonna take Jack Besh for sure. I'm thinking Colston Loveland as my tight end 1. I'm actually, to be honest with you guys, I like Tyler Warren more than Colston Loveland. Um, I really do. So I'm going to go ahead and take Tyler Warren here. I think his ceiling outcome for usage is higher. Like I think his ceiling outcome is higher overall with Daniel Jones at the helm. I think they're going to see different things. I think he's going to be used differently in multiple ways. He'll be on the field every play because he's a better blocker than Loveland was supposedly coming out of college. That can change. People do work out and get better at things. So there is that. We got Jonnu 44.9%. You have 44.9% Jonnu. That is a lot. So it looks like the poll, we got 13 votes, and it is pretty close, honestly. So I was planning on doing multiple drafts today. I might not. It seems like only a few you guys are here. So I might end up popping out early today. We'll see what happens. And somebody was wanting me to assist them with an FFPC draft tonight, and I have some things I'd like to do beforehand. So we may just do this draft tonight and call it good. Yeah, the real ones are always here. The same 10 or 11 people here every time. You got to love it. I would just like to take part. I've never taken part in an FFPC draft. So, and this is the guy who he got a ticket from playoff Bestball last year over there. I have a $35 ticket over there as well that I'll do eventually. I might stream it. I might not. I don't know. I probably should just because, I stream anyway. So I might as well try to stream a FFPC if I'm going to do one. And I don't know, like I haven't fully looked over the information, like the structure and stuff. So I'll have to brush up on that as well. Like I believe it's full point and full point PPR and tight end premium and all that stuff. So we got hey, thank you, sir. I just enjoy doing it and chatting with people. That's why I am here. So I get lucky and I have a bunch of options here. Dobbins gets pulled up to 138, by the way. So I like Garendo quite a bit. And I'm probably also just going to take Ferguson. I believe Ferguson plays week 16 versus. Okay. He does not. But we'll do it anyway. We'll go ahead and take Ferguson. I was actually hoping that Trey Benson made it back to me. He did not. Trey Benson went at 137. That was the stacking partner for the week 17 bringback that I'm willing to do. I'm pretty much going to have no Michael Wilson. Like I've got one or two, even when I don't get it. I mean, I'll probably have time to do a second draft. I just won't because I've been doing 3 every draft. I was hoping to do an eliminator, but with only 13 of us, probably won't be able to fill an eliminator. So I'll probably just do a super flex as my next draft. I don't know. How full is this tournament, though? I do not know. Okay, there's still plenty of time on it, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. Yeah, I hope all of us win, honestly. So yeah, I think I'll do a super flex as the next draft. I've been drafting all morning. It's been a lot of fun. I've got in a couple rooms that were awesome and a couple rooms that kind of punished me. I was mostly doing eliminators, but I for the first time I was getting picks at the front half of the board. So my teams looked different and it felt pretty good. Like I think eliminator Saquon Barkley is one of the best picks you can make. Uh, I think he as a floor play, like you don't have to worry about the other guy scoring touchdowns really. I mean, unless that other guy is Jalen Hurts. So yep, got Thielen at 158. I mean, his ADP is pretty criminal. So I would definitely. And Pat Bryant gets brought up to 160. You don't think he's going to make it back to you? I guess. Oh, you have you have Bo Nix. So just so you guys know, Pat Bryant is 187 in eliminator. I personally believe Pat Bryant's going to be in 2 down sets from day one. I could be wrong, but that is my assumption, is that he will be there. Let me know if you can hear the lawnmower or not. I can absolutely hear it. So definitely need a wide receiver. Yeah, I definitely need a receiver. I don't ever get. I think. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do this. Um, I don't love the Alec Pierce pick anymore with Daniel Jones. I think that it's better for Adonai Mitchell. With how much Steve likes the old receivers, it makes me think his favorite animal is the cougar. That's great. That's awesome. Pat's ADP here is 169. No, I mean he's definitely not making it back to you at 169. I needed a wide receiver for sure. And he would have fit my team very well. Having I guess I already have 2 rookies in Golden and Besh. So I'm probably going to get some grimy. I'm probably going to go a tight end here and a wide receiver. And then the last pick is kind of up in the air. I think I'm good with just these 2 quarterbacks. So right now we have Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow, Bucky Irving, Cam Scatabo, Jalen Warren, Isaac Arendo, Will Shipley. Wide receivers, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Devontae Smith, Matthew Golden, Jack Besh, Alec Pierce. Feels really good. And then Tyler Warren and Jake Ferguson. I probably do need a 6th running back. So I'll probably go. It's probably going to be a 2-6-7-3. I feel like that's what I need to do here. But is there a Who team that Bryant doesn't fit? No, not really. Like I force myself to not take them all the time because I could be wrong. Like that has happened before. So a very small hopeful news, like a very minor injury happened to a player who I like, but would be good for the Damian Martinez shares. And Kenneth Walker already hurt his ankle or something, like rolled it up or something. I can't remember what it was. let me find it real quick. Kenneth Walker is working through an ankle, but he should be fine. It's all like training camps hasn't even started, and Kenneth Walker, who constantly gets hurt, is already hurt. Maybe, just maybe, there's a chance. The double elite quarterback, check the planetary alignment. The thing is, my double elite quarterback wasn't in rounds 4 and 5, or 3 and 4. I went round 6 or round 5 and 6, right? So, and it was at the front end of 5 and the back end of 6. This kind of feels like a team I want a Darius Slayton or a Keenan Allen on. I'm going to go ahead and take the Slayton pick. I think he'll wrap that up pretty well. And then Miles Sanders feels fine here. No, we'll go Taj Brooks. We'll last second Taj Brooks that. I probably could have got my tight end, but there's so many tight ends I like that I'm fine with that. I think making sure I get Taj Brooks for the little stack there makes some sense. And honestly, I could probably stop at just these 2 tight ends if I really wanted. Not having a bring back for the Cardinals kind of sucks. That's the reason I was debating on Keenan Allen, is because there are some rumors that he may end up over there in Arizona. Work of the room dummies. No, I mean, Joe Burrow should just go at the 6-7 tournament, in my opinion. And a dummy room doesn't allow that to happen. A dummy room takes him to, quote, protect the integrity of the game. Like, if people want to burn their own entries to stop that from happening, like, that's great. Like, good for them. I have no hatred towards them. Like, and if we were in an eliminator, I think it's fine. Or if they have, like, let's see, like, so a lot of the time, like, he is backstackable a little bit because you can take Gesicki, right? But some people do it purely just so nobody can get the thing. But enough rooms are going to let it happen that I think that thinking is wrong. Like, I worry about my team and what my team can accomplish, and I don't worry about what the other teams can accomplish. The best way for me to have a team get to a finals is to make sure that I have a team that makes sense. So worrying about what they're doing, like, should not affect my opinion of what I should do. I mean, Yoshivas is there, but I really don't like that pick. We could take, I mean, I will absolutely take Jawan Johnson if he's there. I think my wide receivers are fine enough with the Slayton addition, bringing me some. Yeah, like, and if you believe that Joe Burrow unstacked and backstacking it in the 6th round is the best version of your team, like, I don't agree that that's the thing, but that doesn't, like, if you're doing it just to spite somebody, it's one thing. If you're doing it because you believe it's the right thing to do and you will build a better team, then great. So, like, that's how I view it. And I mean, there's no, like, I will never get upset when somebody takes Burrow when I double stack and I don't get it. Because the reason I'll never post about it or any of that stuff, because it doesn't, I had the opportunity to take him at the 4-5 turn. I chose not to do that. So I don't have, like, I would not have the ability to be upset about that in my eyes. All right, we got. I mean, Jawan Johnson here would be fantastic. So would Arroyo. I mean, I love Arroyo. I really like Arroyo. Well, I don't have any bringbacks anywhere, do I? Yeah, I don't. I didn't. I wasn't able to get any bringbacks, but that's fine. Bringbacks are supposed to be a tiebreaker. So, although I would have liked to have one, I didn't get one there, and it's fine. It doesn't mean the team's dead or anything. All right, we'll go through the team. A 2-6-7-3. Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow. Running backs, Bucky Irving, Cam Scatabo, Jalen Warren, Isaac Rendo, Will Shipley, Taj Brooks. Wide receivers, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Devontae Smith, Matthew Golden, Jack Besh, Alec Pierce, Darius Slayton, Tyler Warren, Jake Ferguson, and Juwan Johnson. I did get a little bring back in a game without quarterbacks here with Jack Besh and Scatabo, and that's actually why I had a tiebreaker to Jack Besh. So, all right, we will be entering a puppy but super flex. We'll do a 20-second one, and we will enter in 10 seconds. Mahomes. Casey has been defensive ball control for how long? 3 years? One more to start. That's going to fill real quick. I'm assuming a couple of you guys jumped the gun here. Steve at the 101. No, Steve did not get the 101. Oh, Steve got the 107. Looks like he's the only one who made it in here. Yeah, whenever I joined, it was only one remaining. I ended up with the top 4 pick. Yeah, tides have turned, sir. The tides have turned. You better watch out. I'm on a roll now. That's 2 of them. I got the 101 and the 104 today. Man, running good. I'm over here running good. Yeah, well, part of that is 2 of those years we had 0 wide receivers. Another part of that is that Spags is amazing. Like, Spags is such a good defensive coordinator. But they only care about winning games, right? So I think that after last year barely winning every single game, they're going to just hammer it. And they're actually going to push like they did the first Super Bowl that Mahomes won that year, where they just pushed. I think that they realized that they screwed around all season, and then they weren't sharp when it mattered in the Super Bowl. And if they had been sharp through the whole season, that they would have been able to turn it on possibly. But to be honest, like, we were a defensive team, and they had no way to stop the Eagles' offense. So, best case scenario, it would have been just shot for shot, and which would have been fun to watch, but it would have never felt in control either. Yeah, I think that could be, like, it could be a thing. Steve, should I contact Underdog and say, as your attorney, they're not living up to the 60% 101s you were promised after agreeing not to tell Redmond's secret? Well, I don't know if Steve thinks you should do that, but Hames does. I do believe that is a fantastic idea. I vote yes. Nothing crazy here. Steve almost gets the Joe Burrow at 107. I see it reasonably often. It feels so good to be in the top 4 picks, though. It really does. And I had a top 4 pick early this morning. I went 3 elite quarterbacks, and you know what? It felt awesome. It felt really good. It did not feel like a cardinal sin. It felt great. It felt really good. I didn't have to look at that position anymore. I could just block it off. I hear y'all, but Baker and now Nix are better than Fields wow. I mean, I could see Baker and Nix and Fields all performing better than Mahomes this year. I could also see Mahomes as the quarterback 3 or 2 at the end of the year. Running backs are going pretty heavy here. I'm going to go ahead and take Achane. I don't get to very much Caleb Williams in the Superflex. I prefer Justin Fields to him. So Steve over here living different. Saquon CMC. Yeah, that's what I did for the first day. I knew that the quarterback ADPs weren't going to be correct. So the first day I spent only taking like setups like that and hoping to get a third quarterback back in the 7th. Like basically going Saquon, CMC, quarterback, and then like a guy, and then in the 7th round taking my last quarterback. And those teams felt really good. I landed a couple, so I also don't get to very much Brock Purdy in Superflex because I prefer Drake May. I'll take him here though. Make sure the bye weeks are good. Yeah, bye weeks are good. So we'll take Brock Purdy here. I feel pretty good about that for sure. I think the only Brock Purdy shares I have right now are where I got CMC to fall all the way down here. I think I have a Jalen Hurts CMC Brock Purdy team somewhere, which feels awesome. I think I got Bryce Young back at 45 as well. So, like, I feel like Fields is going to be top 5 or, like, under 15. Like, I don't think it's going to be a middling season. And if he's under 15, I still think he'll be top 3 quarterback, like, 4 weeks. I think he'll just be a bunch of really bad ball and then a couple awesome weeks. I wish I had more Fields. So I was looking through my playoff or my chart for Eliminator. And just so you guys know, Josh Allen, week 1, plays against the Ravens, I believe, which is kind of a rough team to play against. But that week, like what I've been trying to do is Drake May plays against Drake May has a really, really good week 1 matchup. And like that's enough, like having a round 9 and a round 3 quarterback feels reasonably fine, and then you can just stop at 2. I mean, I will take Tua if he makes it to me. If he doesn't, I mean, I could take A.J. Brown. I mean, I could just take A.J. Brown. I kind of want that stack. I think A.J. Brown makes more sense. Let's look. He's got 3. He'll take 2 of them. I think I have Okay, I don't. You know what? Screw it. We're gonna take AJ Brown. We're gonna have some fun here. Probably not the best pick. I'm probably not gonna get another quarterback. Uh oh, the other two haven't been taken yet, so I should be able to get one. I'm not gonna like taking him at 53 or 52 if I have to, but I will. So this guy didn't choose to do that. Could get out of hand for Ravens. It could. Right. I would love to get him or him, honestly. Um yeah, we'll take Aaron Rodgers. So through five, we got Jalen Hurts, Achan, Brock Purdy. Tua went the pick right before me. That's why I went Achan, was to try to stack Tua at this point. If you take Achan at this half of the board, 50% of the time Tua comes back to you over here and you can get a little team stack. I'm not sure how many of you guys realize that, but it's like a 50-50 on if Tua comes back or not. So I do like taking Achan on this half of the board. And then I really couldn't pass up this stack. I do massively prefer Geno to these other guys, but the AJ Brown to Hurts stack felt really good. I don't have it much in any format, so I need to start forcing that a little bit in like schnauzers and stuff, just because I haven't been doing it very much. And I definitely want, like, I'll go ahead and take Jalen Hurts above Lamar or whoever I need to. Yeah, I mean your build looks fine. Like I've built some teams like that feel pretty good. Uh, Usually it'll have like a Jalen Milrow and then like a Spencer Rattler or a Shuck or something, or both of them. What's up, Nick? Thanks for stopping in. Wow, I scared you. Going to take Jones over Rogers? No, like I prefer Jones honestly to Rogers, especially in this. I like a lot more of the options at at price for the uh the Colts. Like I really like Tyler Warren's price in this tournament. So I do prefer to take some Daniel Jones just to get some Tyler Warren exposure. We got, I mean, there are some players left here. Jones has rushing upside. Right. Like he has rushing upside, but he all I mean, I guess he had Saquon, right? So like he doesn't mind stealing rushes from one of the better guys in the league. Um I'm just gonna continue to hammer Joe Mixon. I I know people are scared. I am not. I am not scared of Joe Mixon. Maybe that comes back to bite me. Probably will. Most of my decisions last year did. So, so probably not a good place to be. Um, but it makes sense to me that Joe Mixon like should fall a couple spots, but not much. Yeah, it's like I think his workload's going to go from like 85% to like 78%, maybe something like that, which may be good for Joe Mixon overall. I mean, I'll take Walker if he makes it back. I'll take whichever one of these players he wants to give me. All right, we will take some Kenneth Walker, getting a little bit of a discount due to the ankle injury news. I don't really love DK Metcalf at price, so that's one reason that Aaron Rodgers is a hard click for me and why I massively wanted Cam Ward over him. Let's see. Yeah, Steve is the only other person in this room. So he's got Saquon Barkley, Christian McCaffrey, Justin Herbert, Bryce Young. He does get Daniel Jones at 79. That feels good. James Cook and Devontae Adams. Very strong start. Yeah, Devontae Adams in the 6th round feels awesome. It really does. You ain't wrong, Fantasy Dog. You ain't wrong. I debated on double stacking A.J. Brown with Devontae Smith, but I think there's a clear tier break there with Kenneth Walker and to Caleb Johnson. I hear you on Rodgers. Metcalf is not a good match. I don't know. Like, Metcalf can run slots, but slot routes, he was never really asked to, but he can only run like 3 routes. Like a deep post, a fly, and a slant. Like that is his entire game. That's all he's got. That's all he's ever got. He's a cardio king. Adams could be a top 10 wide receiver. Don't get why he goes so low. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Emo Cowboy smashes him. I'm overweight on him, but I also I've started the players I've liked quite a bit, like have moved up in the rank like quite a bit. So I'm starting to try to click like Garrett Wilson some. It doesn't feel good. That Garrett Wilson click just does not feel good. Neither. I think the same thing about. We'll go ahead and guarantee a stack here. George Pickens is definitely the better play, but I'm going to get a stack. But yeah, like I just feel like the 3rd round is backwards. Like, I think the only reason MHJ goes at the front end of the board is just because of the Week 17 correlation. I don't think there's any analysis involved. I think Garrett Wilson is 100% just a pure projection that, hey, he played with this guy in college. Maybe they do it again. And it's wish casting, just like it was last year. Didn't work last year. So I have a hard time with a lot of the things. JSN was going at like pick 24, 25 forever, right? Like that was just wrong. It always was wrong. And people in the big board, as soon as they signed Sam Darnold, like they moved him all the way up to like pick 18 and was taking him before Ladd McConkey. Like, that never made sense. And his ADP is still kind of anchored to that. Yes, I know it resets, but like it takes forever for them to go down the board. And like his ADP now is falling all the way to 30. And I think it's fine at 30. But like, why was it like Rashid Rice? I understand why he was so low. But Devontae Adams, I never understood. Mike Evans has always felt like a little bit better of a pick. Right, yeah, because I mean DJ Moore had that the Thursday night game in Carolina, I think it was. You're picking Moore Wilson. Yeah, he did. So there is a wild thing. What if, and I heard this today in a random chat, and I'm sure this is pretty prevalent out there. I hadn't seen it yet. But what if all this body language stuff and Ben Johnson things, what if the Jets just trade for DJ Moore? What if they're just like, hey, we're going to do that? How far down does Garrett Wilson fall if that happens? I don't think it's likely. But they did just draft 2 guys. They drafted a guy last year. The coach has already said he doesn't like his body language. Negative things have came out about what's going on over there. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that something like that were to happen. I don't think it's likely, but I could see a world where that happens. We get a double stacked San Francisco. It's stacked A.J. Brown. We got 4 solid running backs, all different bye weeks. I'm liking this squad. Yeah, I took Juwan Jennings over George Pickens, which is a mistake, 1-for-1, in my opinion. But it's not a mistake when you have Brock Purdy and you get a team stack. Thursday night game, Carolina. I think it was Carolina. I can't remember yesterday. I have a hard time remembering what I said 30 seconds ago. Josh Norris had a good point on his latest show. Wilson going as wide receiver 13. He never crossed top 20. Yeah, the most disgusting picks on the board. I agreed with several of those. And obviously the ones I was fading for the reasons he said. I don't understand their Travion Henderson hate is the one I don't understand. So I think I'll just take Jonnu here. Take Jonnu from the Tua drafter. Since he didn't give me my stack, I'll take his. Gives me team correlation as well. I did it mostly because I had team correlation, and I think Jonnu is a really good pick. It's Thursday night. Okay, Steve would know his versus Washington. Thursday night versus Washington. Fields and Moore absolutely smoked them. And it was was that is his name Forbes, the 175-pound corner that just got toasted over and over again? DJ Moore was 10 yards downfield 3 different times. 10 yards past the next guy, just standing there waiting for the ball. It was insane stuff. My Wilson shares are very minuscule. I'm just afraid to take him. Just ain't afraid to take him with Fields and Superflex. I mean, it makes sense to just pull him up with Fields and Superflex. Their ADPs kind of correlate, so he's generally going to be there kind of where Fields is there. The problem is, I have no problem taking Fields without Garrett Wilson. And a lot of other people feel that way. So when I take Garrett Wilson, I feel like I have to make absolutely sure that I get Justin Fields because I don't like the Justin Field or the Garrett Wilson pick solo. I think the question with Hendo is McDaniels was always a committee back. I mean, I agree. I at no point have ever thought that Henderson's price, kind of like RJ Harvey, I think their prices are what they are because they were never expected to be a full workload player. I just never expected that. All right, I'm going to take the Keon Coleman bring back here over the Luther Burden one. The reason why is because I have both bringbacks available on the Chicago side. So we will take the Keon Coleman to get the bring back in this game as a tiebreaker to the Luther Burden because of the Colston Loveland availability as well. Yeah, Forbes and St. Just. Yeah, like it was literally just DJ Moore like trotting off the line and then like picking it up, and they just never ran with him, and he's just wide open down the field 3 times. It was pretty disgusting. Like, and I believe it was that was week 17. Was that the year Karain won? Was that week 17, the year Pat Karain won Best Ball Mania? Look, I'm going to get one of them. I don't know which one I want. Do I want the Luther Burden or do I want the Colston Loveland? I tend to find myself taking more Burden. So since it's a toss-up, I'm going to go ahead and take Colston Loveland. I think that it's a really good place to be with Jonnu and Loveland as well. I'm big on Connor. My Connor shares are huge too. Yeah, James Conner, I'm at like 14, 15%. I could be, I'll probably take a third really late just because Colston Loveland is battling an injury right now. No, the Thursday game was 2 years midseason. Okay. I remember DJ Moore I'm pretty sure he had a pretty big game that week 17, but I'm not positive on that. Hey, thanks everybody who has stayed here with me. I appreciate it. The banter absolutely helps. For sure. But I'm glad I did this draft because I really like this team. Oh yeah, Moore was to bring back to Karain's Brady Godwin stack. Yeah, that's what it was. Yep. Because that was his. I remember this from the best ball. I don't remember this from looking at Karain's team. Karain didn't have him. Evans was a smash that game, and Karain didn't have him. Oh, nice. And still won? That's fantastic. But like, I remember that was his 3rd round pick, just because of the PPR Tyler Best Ball Jeopardy thing, where he guessed DJ Moore and was right. I wouldn't have remembered, honestly. Like, I didn't actually know. So I actually need to get another running back at some point. I don't really want to stack that. We'll just take Shipley again. It's well above ADP. Dobbins already went way before ADP because he should. He got brought up to 150. That's kind of where I'm expecting him to land. Brady and Evans both put up 40 that game. Underdog winner Karain had Brady, no Evans. DK winner had Evans, no Brady. That's awesome. Yeah, that's quite hilarious, honestly. What quarterback did the DK winner have? Man, I done a DK draft last night at 12:30 p.m. and stuff happened. Like, that's all I'm going to say. Things happened, and I was there for it. Now, this was the stack I wanted, was Pat Freiermuth. So I'm done here at tight end. We got Jonnu, Colston Loveland. We got our Aaron Rodgers stack and Pat Freiermuth. We have A.J. Brown, Juwan Jennings, and Pearsall, Keon Coleman. Running backs, Achane, Mixon, Walker, Tony Pollard, Shipley, and then Hurts, Purdy, Aaron Rodgers. I can't watch FF Jeopardy. Way too intense. Ever since you and Hartman in the form of a question. That was actually Hartman and I played Sean Mitchell. Hartman played against Candyman. Russell Wilson. Steve knows the winning rosters like Jester Tucker knows massage parlors. So, Mike Robb, speaking of massage parlors, have you ever heard the story about the prank that the 49ers pulled on Jerry Rice? Adam Thielen. If you've never heard about the prank that the Niners pulled on Jerry Rice, it's pretty epic because Jerry Rice is like an incredibly, let's see, nothing wrong with being astute to massage parlors. So like Jerry Rice was like very business, and basically they didn't tell him it was a massage parlor. They told him it was a place to go get one of those massage parlors. And they sent him there when they knew it was getting raided. And they like, I guess they knew that it was getting raided by the cops told them or something. I don't know exactly. You'll have to look it up. But like basically he was in one of those massage parlors as it got raided, just trying to figure out what's going on. Because he was just in there to actually get a massage. Like, or to like for something. I don't remember what the actual joke was, but I remember seeing a episode on it somewhere, and it was pretty hilarious. That's not a prank. Yeah. I remember that it was quite the as you say, prank. I mean, we'll take some Cedric. I've been clicking Cedric Tillman a lot. Also, just scrolling. That is such a pre-social media prank where people didn't worry about content. Yeah, absolutely. Like, I don't know, like, supposedly, like, I don't know the entire story. I just remember that they sent him to a parlor, and while he was there, it got raided. Yeah, right. No recording, like nothing was recorded ever, like different times. What running back do I want here? I kind of want to make sure I get a week 17 piece of the LA Rams Atlanta game almost every squad. I feel like that game could be the game you need a piece of. So I love throwing on Jarquez or Hunter or Tutu Atwell or Ray McLeod. That's equal to swatting these days. That's why you should always keep your socks on just in case of a raid. Yeah, like I'm sure you could find a video of it somewhere, but I mean, I might just go look for it later tonight, and I'll post it in my Discord if anybody wants to see it. If nobody cares, then whatever. But it was like a documentary or something I found that it was Jerry Rice talking about that prank. And it was also like his teammates were talking about like them getting him and stuff like that. Like it was, and Rice was like completely distraught. It was kind of wild. Hey, if you're just popping in, please smash that like. Appreciate anybody who shows up. Also, if you're over there on the Twitter side, and you can come on over to the YouTube side and toss me a sub, that would help a ton. We were at 168, I think. coming into the day. I've been getting one or two a day, so I'm growing slowly. Still need to get to 500 plus before the season starts. So I'm sure I'll get there. We just need to keep at it. I would be completely distraught too. Yeah, like I don't know how I would have handled it. I didn't go to, I never messed with anything like that, so you'll be good, dog. I read that like I don't know why I read it like that. But it happened. So I'll probably just add one more wide receiver to this. Probably just tack on a bunch of random running backs. Wide receiver, I would love to get. I'll take Roman Wilson if he falls. I guess I could take Michael Wilson if he comes. No, we got that. We got bringbacks to all the games already. We've got a stack for every game. So we could just kind of take whoever we want. Like Keenan Allen would kind of fit this team. Ray McLeod. Like I might just go ahead and do Ray McLeod if Roman Wilson goes. How do you think this build turned out for you? I will look here after my pick. I'm sure you built out of it reasonably well, and you're going to take some random quarterbacks here, like a Joe Milton or a Tyrod Taylor or something. Oh, wait, I'm not sure where that yawn came from, but you're all welcome if you yawned alongside me. That's what I'm here for. We got, yeah, I'm super happy with either one of these two. I would imagine the raid was staged. Yeah, no, I think that's what happened, but I don't want to talk out of turn. I just remember the thing happened, or that like one of the players was related to him whenever they like one of the cops that was going to raid the place, and because that was going to happen, he's like, yeah, they were talking about doing a prank and like, hey, well, we could. I don't know what happened, but I need to watch it again so that way I have the right information. All right, Steve here at the 7 hole. Saquon Barkley, Christian McCaffrey, Justin Herbert, Bryce Young, James Cook, Devontae Adams, Daniel Jones, Tyler Sugg. That's exactly how you build out of that. Chris Olave, Scadabo, Josh Downs, Trey Harris, Bateman, Eckler, Gesicki, Otten, Juwan Johnson. You got Trey Harris. You got a Houston piece. You didn't get a bring back but for that game, but it's all like bringbacks are great, but not like the end all be all either. And then yeah, no, I like the team. I like the team quite a bit. I actually like taking have you taken any Taysom Hill in this 20 round format, Steve? I've heard rumors that Taysom will be back like mid-season. Not sure how accurate that is, but like in the 20th round, if I have two guys like if it was like Gesicki and Kate Otten, or I guess more like Jake Ferguson and Tucker Kraft, if I had two guys like that, I uh, I actually like throwing Taysom Hill on there because he could be a separator in a playoff week. Uh, but I have to have two guys I feel good enough stopping it too, and a solid enough team that I feel like I have a dart throw at the end. I think I like doing that. And I mean, you got Juwan Johnson. Taysom Hill could throw a touchdown pass to Juwan Johnson. You know, that could happen. I might go ahead and get Ray McLeod also. I would love Ray here. MVS. We could. I wonder if old Captain Crunch here is going to take his stack with Nick Westbrook-Akine. He did not. All right, so my team 3-7-7-3. Jalen Hurts, Brock Purdy, Aaron Rodgers. I probably actually should have went with another quarterback at the end. Running backs, Achane, Mixon, Kenneth Walker, Tony Pollard, Will Shipley, Jarquez, and Brashard Smith. Wide receivers, A.J. Brown, Juwan Jennings, and Pearsall, Keon Coleman, Cedric Tillman, Roman Wilson, Ray McLeod. Tight ends, Jonnu, Loveland, Freiermuth. I like my team. I like Steve's team. I'm not saying if you face Steve in jeopardy to send him a bunch of Uber Eats orders over and over again, and maybe a welfare check to Thursday. All I have to do is talk about how much Adam Thielen is a bad pick and how Cam Scatterbo is overrated. And like, as long as I like keep making those subtle hits, maybe he'll blow a gasket. Maybe he won't be able to think straight. That'll if that happened, that would be my strategy. It wouldn't be to actually beat him fairly. It would be to get under his skin so I actually had a chance. You know, the old basketball strategies, right? I was going to show you guys show up in a Tyrone Tracy jersey. Exactly. Or just yeah. Yeah, that would absolutely be the way to do it. Like, or like a, I don't know. Basically, yeah, Tyrone Tracy would be the Tyrone Tracy is the best or something, like just a custom made shirt. On real time is watching Hollywood Brown highlights. I mean, that's a good place to be. I was gonna show you. It was a super flex. Yeah, it was this one. So this is my team. It will probably seem a little weak. Like, I'll show you the draft board. So the goal was to take Herbert and Nico Collins and then Ladd and CJ Stroud. But the Justin Jefferson drafter thought he would get Stroud and McCarthy if he took Stroud first, which is absolutely, I'm guessing that's what he did. So he took Stroud. I took JJ McCarthy. Well, it's literally down to Penix, Bryce Young, and Stafford at that point. So there was zero chance I wasn't taking JJ McCarthy. And so I took McCarthy, and he completely, I'm assuming, panicked because he waited till the last second to take Aaron Rodgers. So then it comes down here, and he takes Jordan Addison right in front of me. And so Hawkinson goes here, and because Hawkinson went here and he couldn't block me, he took Addison, and I needed running back anyway, so it kind of worked out. I took Jordan Mason. And then later he did like, I got Daniel Jones at 84, which is pretty rare for this. But like, I don't hate the team trying to do that and failing because I got 4 quarterbacks, none of the studs, but 4 starters. Hampton, Judkins, Mason, Scatterbo, Tajay, Bigsby, Jarquez. Oh, yeah, and it continued, but I actually built a really good team through it. Nico, Ladd, Kyle Williams, Adam Thielen, right there, Adam Thielen, Adonai Mitchell, Alec Iomanor, my first click of him, Tyler Warren, Conklin, and Gesicki. Like, I have correlation and bringbacks everywhere. And he was still trying to reel from taking CJ Stroud and not take, like, I love this. This was a good time for me. Like, I'm not going to lie, I was a little upset, and I took this a little out of spite. But even though I took it out of spite, it was still the correct pick. Like I do love Bryce Young, but McCarthy there was kind of a must. But I definitely want to get a Justin Herbert, Nico Collins, Ladd McConkey, CJ Stroud team. especially if I can get Hampton here as well. Fully game stack that out. I think that sounds fun. But anyway, thanks everybody for stopping by. JJM is like Purdy. If Purdy had good wide receivers and a younger tight end, the better OC. Yeah, like he might be underrated. Yeah, things are just set up so well for the Vikings. Well, like I don't understand why any Justin Jefferson drafter would want CJ Stroud over JJ McCarthy. McCarthy's ADP is higher than CJ Stroud's anyway in Superflex. And I'm just assuming that he expected to be able to, like, he knew he wasn't going to get CJ Stroud back. So he went ahead and tried to push him around. And I mean, I respect that if that was the thinking, but I was having nothing to do with it. So yeah, that O-line is elite. Like, that's why I'm so heavy on this man right here. And I still try to stay 6 to 8% on Aaron Jones because one of them is going to absolutely smash. But thanks, everybody, for coming out. I had a blast. I'll be back tomorrow, same time. Peace.